In this lecture, we will talk about the future of nanotechnology and the biomedical. So let's start in field of biomedical. We start with the nanomedicine. As you know that we mentioned in the previous lectures that nanotechnology is an interdisciplinary field of science. We discussed in the previous slide, previous lectures, that nanotechnology is not like the other subject that we are studying like physics or chemistry. We say that it utilizes so many subjects and you should cross link those subjects. Only then you will be able to understand the concept of nanoscience or nanomedicine. So nanomedicine is interdisciplinary field of science. So what do you need to do? So even a sample project need contribution from physicists, engineers, material chemists, biologists, and end users such as an orthopedic surgeon. You want to work in the field of medicine, especially nanomedicine. So you need to have contribution from all these people, from physicists, from engineer, material chemists, biologists, and end users such as an orthopedic surgeons. So, molecular nanotechnology and molecular manufacturing are key animal technologies. So, analyzing and repairing human body just as we repair any other machines or applications. So the application that we will have from the nanomedicine, that is miniaturizing surgery, tissue reconstructions. These are some of the key things that we can do with the nanomedicine or concept of nanomedicine. We can do the tissue reconstructions. We can have or we can do the eliminating all the common diseases, and we can also have all the medical pains and suffering. So future is when we are talking about the future use of nanomaterial or nanoparticles in the medicine. So what we have? Uh, there are many possible medical uses of nanotechnology. When we're discussing about future uses of nanotechnology or nanomaterials and the field of medicine, so it's for short. It's obvious for all the people that nanotechnology has many applications, many possible applications for medicals, which is we can discuss that. We have a nano coating. We can do nano coatings and nanotechnology for as a treatment for the medical or a medical treatment we call nano coating and a half and joint replacement to prevent rejections. It's to if you are a nano scientist working in the field of medicines, so you should know about this, that we can prevent the rejections by help of nano coating on the half and joint uh, and joint. We can do this kind of a coating. So what we have to do is basically done that with the help of this we can prevent the rejection and the joint. Similarly, we can have a nanoelectronic implant in the retinas of blind people, which communicate with the cell, making it possible for them to see. With the help of nanotechnology or with the help of development and the field of nanoscience and nanotechnology, it's possible to make the blind people to see. That it's dream for those people to see the thing or see the words or to communicate with the world. So, thanks to nanotechnology, with the help of which we can have nano electronic implant. And so we are saying that these are basically the materials and the retinas. That is, these materials, they are basically implanted in the retinas of blind people. So, what actually they do, with the help of which they can communicate, these electronics particularly, it communicates with the cells. So what happened as a result of that communication, it make it possible for them to see the object. So in short, we can say that nanotechnology can make the blind to see the objects. So there are many possible medical uses of nanotechnology and nanocapsules of drugs that will target cancer cells only. We can utilize the concept. We can utilize nanoscience to design nanocapsules of drugs and those nanocapsular drugs will be utilized to target the cancer cells only. I mean, if you have the brain's tumors or you have the patient with the brain tumors, for that the nanotechnology or nanoscience, they have specially designed nanocapsule of drugs with help of which they can target the cancer cells and the patients. The great thing about those capsules is that, I mean, it's ineffective for the normal cells. It can only interact. They are specially designed and specially loaded with the drug which can only interact with the cancer or with the disease cell. We have nanoscopic. Nanoscopic will be able to support the growth of new skin and the body tissue. This is again one of the greatest development in the field of nanoscience and nanotechnology. Along with that, we can have nanosensors. Nanosensors, there are those nanosensors that you can put inside your clothes or even inside your bodies. So what will happen with this? Have you have nanosensors and you put that inside your clothes or you put it inside your bodies. So what you can do with that? That particular sensor will be able to run health checks or deliver medicine. So you know that. I mean, it's again one of the very much remarkable things that nanotechnology can do for you. We can have Respirocyte. What is a Respirocyte? We say that we propose a nano robot. Uh, Respirocyte is basically is a concept that we propose a nano robot. What is that? An artificial red blood cells of the order of 1 micron. So what is that? It means that we have spherical nanorobot made of 18 billion atoms. So what we do with this robots, a pressure tank which can be pumped up to 9 billion oxygen and carbon dioxide molecule. I mean, that is we can do with this kind of the robot. So by the virtue of its pressure sensor, it releases oxygen or carbon dioxide. The bottom line, I mean, the only difficulty in this particular application we have is that the bottom line is that mimics the actions of the hemoglobin spell red blood cells and can deliver 236 times more oxygen per unit volume than a natural red blood cell can have. What it means? It means to say that by this nanorobot, which we are trying to design, or the nanoscientists trying to design, can effectively deliver the oxygen inside the body or the red blood cell. And we say that the capability is what the capability is 36 236 times more. I mean, it can deliver more oxygen, 236 times more oxygen per unit volume than a natural red blood can have. So I mean, we can utilize that particular device, that particular nanorobot for that particular purpose. Similarly, it can have application like we can utilize that nanorobot for the treatment of anemia. Similarly, we can utilize it for transfusions and for fusions. We can have it used in battle and child-related disorders. Along with that, we have cell repair machines. Against what that We have medical nanorobots that utilize molecular technology and artificial intelligence. What will happen, or what we can do with that? It will change medicine at its foundations. I mean, we can change the main concept of medicine, that how the medicine work and how it can be utilized to repair the cells. So this concept can totally utilize, can totally change the concept of the traditional medicine. What is that? What we have? It's basically a system including nanocomputers. Nanocomputers, molecular scales, sensor and tools programmed to repair the damage to cells and the tissues. I mean, we're talking about here about nanorobot to repairs. To be utilized for the cell repair. You're asking that what is that? What is that, or what is it? What is that cell repair machine? We say that it's basically a system including nanocomputers in molecular scale sensors and tools and it's been programmed with the help of artificial intelligence to repair damage to cells and tissues. I mean that nanorobots are working basically with the concept of molecular technology and artificial intelligence. Along with that, it utilizes the concept are the tools of sensors, and those are being programmed to repair the damage to cells and tissues. So, what is that? It's a fundamental breakthrough. That is, these machines will pre medicines from the reliance of cells repair as the only path to the healing. So, it's I think one of the great achievement in the field of biomedical. So we can have, along with other applications, we can utilize these nanorobots for selective destruction. That is, the example of this selective destruction is cancerous cells. I mean, we can destroy the cancerous cells with this help of this nanorobot. We can have recognize and destroy a specific kind of cell. I mean, these robots have the capability to recognize and destroy a specific kind of cell that you it basically program in the machines and the robot to do exactly what you want. So what we can say that it has a great selective destructions capability, which can be utilized for the disaster of the tumor cell. So nature own cell repair machines are limited at their ability. I mean, inside the blood and inside our body, we have naturally designed the machine, but those machines they have their own, limitations. But unlike that, these machines they have the capabilities even to do more than the naturally occurring machines and our body naturally occurring receptors or that devices that's already working in our body. So these machines are more productive than the ones that naturally exist. So the features that basically being utilized in cell repair machines. So what we have, those features are, if we consider the size, so we have micron scale robots with nanoscale part, uh, which we can say that part would be from 1 to 100 nanometers. I mean, basically the size of the machine is and the micron range, but basically the part from which the machine has been designed, from which the machine has been made, is basically in the range of 1 to 100 nanometer. So the actual machine would be from 0.5 to 3 micron. The machine range, the machine size in micron range, but the part from which the machine is basically lie in the range from 1 to 100 nanometer. Something we can say that it's like hierarchical structures. That is, we have bulk structures being made from nanoparts or nano constituents. Biocompatibility. When we have the question of biocompatibility, I mean that we designed uh, the apparatus, we design the material, but the question then which normally the people put on, okay, what's the compatibility or especially the biocompatibility. So for this particular purpose we normally choose the material which have a good biocompatibility. If the biocompatibility is not good, then we have to utilize the chemicals as a coating so that to make it more biocompatible for that particular body. So we have for biocompatibility we have passive diamond coating. I mean the material which are not good, which do not have the good biocompatibility. So we utilize the coating, and those coating is mostly from passive diamonds. Why is that? Because of its inert natures. You know that passive diamonds has an inert nature. That's why we can utilize that. And you know that along with the inert nature, it's not attacked by the immune system. You know that most of the material that we eat or drink, so that's been attacked by the immune system. If it is good, so it's been allowed. If let's suppose it's not good, it's harmful for your body, or let's suppose not known for your body, so it's been attacked and captured by the immune system, and it's been reported as a disease. But unlike that, when we have the diamond coating, so you know that it's inert in nature. I mean, it's not reacting with anything else in the body, and similarly, we can it's not attacked by the immune system. It is well known for the immune system. So it's not taking as a disease or something like in a taker from the outside. We should have the powering tool, that is, uh, it should have the capabilities to metabolize local glucose and oxygen for the energy. And along with that, we should have a clinical environment acoustic energy. Um, with these particular phenomena, I mean, first we should look about the size, then biocompatibility, then powering, and the third and most important part is that about communication. I mean, we should broadcast acoustic type messages, which mean that we should have devices similar to an ultrasound probe. I mean, for the communications, what we should have broadcast acoustic type messages. I mean, just like we're utilizing the ultrasounds. So ultrasound is basically working on this concept of acoustic. We should utilize this concept, which is similar to the one that has been utilized in ultrasound for probing purposes. And with the help of that, we should communicate with the inside cells. So what actually it means? It means that we should have acoustic sensor. Okay. So what actually we do with that we have to communicate with the internal network in the body, or the internal structures where we want to put the nanorobot, or where we want to put the our material for any particular purpose. The cell repair machine, well, I mean, the one that we can utilize is something like, you can see it here in the fixtures. That is, it can have all the capabilities. It should have smaller size. It should have biocompatibility, powering tools, and along with that, it should have the communication devices as well. But along with that, we should have that, I mean, these kind of the design robot, they should have a good navigation system, that is a navigation network with station keeping navigational elements providing high positional accuracy. I mean, to provide highly navigational system, we should keep this. We can really focus it on other target. I mean, it really can help to be accelerated or to be laid to that particular target. So what we have, we can have accurate positions with the help of this navigational system. This navigation, we can have accurate positions, could be reported to the physicians using the internal communication network. Uh, so what are the proper applications of the cell repair machine? I mean, if we are saying we're talking about a cell repair machine that, and we're also mentioning about the functions of cell repair machine. So what are the particular application that we can do with the cell repair machine? So one of the most spectacular application is drug delivery. Um, you know that we have sophisticated ways, that is target specific. We have a target specific. I mean, these machines we're talking about when we are talking about these cell repair machines. So you say that it is target specific, enable the use of lower dose of medicines. The side effects may be minimized, and stronger medicine could be used. So trigger based will release medicine when needed. Example, insulin delivery. I mean, these are some of the example of the this nano repair machines. We say that, okay, though it's a bit sophisticated ways, but however we can make it easier with the help of the nanoshells devices, or the nanoscale device that we call cell repair machine. So correcting with the help of these machines are cell repair machines. We can do the correction. We can correct the genetic disorder. You know that we have patients with the genetic disorder, so that can be corrected with the help of cell repair machine. That is what actually we do with this kind of devices or this kind of machines. We do the comparison between the strain of the uh, nucleotides, a nucleotide segment by segments. So what actually do after that, or what we can do more, so we can do, or we can change the nucleotides with the DNA so that it matches with the correct patterns. I mean, what actually we do, we can do the pattern change. That's what you said, that nucleotides, we can change the nucleotides within a DNA so that it matches with the correct patterns. I mean, the genetic disorders can be repaired or can be done with the help of these cell repair machines. And we say that this is basically being done by the comparison of the nucleotides, nucleotides. So we say that if we want to correct the genetic disorder, so we do the patterning, we do the comparison between the nucleotide segment by segment, and there we do then we do the change. uh, we make some changes in the nucleotide within the DNA. So until we have, I mean, the correct patterns which we normally require for the patient to be clear. So when we are done with this, so we can say at the end that we have basically corrected the genetic disorder. So anesthesia plus, I mean, so we can have, uh, I mean, with the use of the nanotechnology or the use of the nanomedicines, we can interrupting a metabolism of the body for hours. I mean, it's only possible with the use of nanomedicine, or the nanotechnology. That is, we can have interruptions of metabolism of the body for hours, days, or years, resulting in a conditions of biostatics. That is, we call a stopper or stable state. So we can have biostatics provides deep anesthesia. Thereby, the physician can work for more time. I mean, so we can have this for uh, we can have all these because of the uh, nanotechnology or nanomedicines. So we can have medicine that is being used in case of emergencies. I mean, these kind of facilities that can be used in case of emergencies can be achieved using molecular machines. Molecular machine that we mentioned in the previous slide. What are those molecular machines? So molecular machines injected in the bloodstream enter each cell, block the molecular machinery for metabolism. The water is displaced using other molecular devices. So that is we can do with the molecular machine. Reversing biostatics, I mean, we can acquire these stages that we call biostatus. This biostatus can be reversed. I mean, it's not that it's permanent. We can easily reverse this biostatic. So how we can reverse this biostatic? So when it's time to wake up the patient, I mean, let's suppose first of all I mean, you give an anesthesia to patients by the help of the nanomedicines, and you bring him, or you carried him into a state that we call biostatus. So if you want to revert him back, you want to wake him up after you have done the process, the required process. So what actually you do? So when it's time to wake up the patients, the process of uh, resuscitations is started by the doctors. So what they do, repair machines remove packing around the molecules, replace it with the waters, and unblock the metabolic machinery. I mean, that is the very simple process that, I mean, the physicians or the surgeons who are performing the surgery, they are all easily aware from this particular fact. So they can do it when they know that it is time for the patient to be wake up. So they do, and they reverse the process. So establishing health is again one of the things that we can do with the nanotechnology. That is, the state of the health is established. So what we can do, recognize the difference between the healthy tissues and the diseased tissue, and rectify those differences. I mean, with the help or with the use of the nanotechnology, we can do the effort to establish a good health. So how is that possible? So the first condition is we establish the health, the state of the health. So what is that? We utilize the material, we utilize the concept of nanotechnology with the help of which we recognize the difference between the healthy tissues and the disordered tissue and rectify those differences. Then again we move to the immune system. So the body immune system is limited in the capabilities. You know that. I mean, normally when we're talking about the immune system, so the people who are working in this field, they know that the immune system of the body is limited and its capability. So what we do, if you want to do the changes or you want to do more with the immune system, so what we have the immune machines. What they do or what are the immune machines is basically the medical nano machines which could be programmed to respond to anything encountered by the world of medicine. I mean, it's an immune system, just like we mentioned that immune system, it has limited functionalities. So in order to do more with the immune system, we utilize medical nanomachines, and that are those nanomachines that are being programmed to respond to anything encountered by the world of medicine. I mean, whatever the medicines you want to do with inside your body, so those nano immunes are immune machines that can do anything for you want to do with any particular body. So what you have a disease of aging, that is damaged molecular machinery. I mean, we can have the end with that. We can do with the disease of aging. That is what actually we do with this damaged molecular machinery, and we can have misarranged structures, low enzyme as well. So that is the thing. But what we have, I mean, we mentioned something about the nano machines or cell repair machines. I mean, we say that it can do many more things for us while we are dealing with the different disease. But you know that there are some difficulties, there are some limitations which are still not possible. I mean, we saying that the scientists, they are still waiting for to cross those limits. I mean, where we see the feasibility of the cell repair machine. So limits and feasibility of cell repair machine is developing cell repair machines require great effort, knowledge, and skills, tremendous developments, and artificial development or in artificial intelligence. Sorry. So what you have, if you really want to have the cell repair machines, so you know that still we see you should be patient. Why? Because a lot of things has to be done before that we bring him into to utilize for that particular purposes we mentioned. So an exact answers cannot be given to the question when will cell repair machines be available. I mean, it's like we cannot say that whether it will be tomorrow or the after tomorrow or one after 1 week, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So the exact answer is not possible. It can be as early as we can think, or it can be, I mean, away from now. I mean, in weeks, months, or maybe years. It will take years until unless you are not developed and those uh, required thing. So loss of information through obliteration of structure imposes the most important fundamental limit to the repairs of the tissue. So these are some of the limits and possibility of the cell repair machines that we have. So maybe in the next lectures we will come some more detail, some more information about nanotechnology. I think for the biomedical, I mean this is Anna for today's or for this lecture. See you in the next lecture.